Hi, it's me, Stone Kill Spotted. It's 1:30 in the morning, Friday, early Friday morning. We can talk about stereotypes on Native Americans and so on and so on. But anyways, it's for Mr. Brian Pelichek. There's about five things I want to talk about Native American stereotypes, and I've watched all these shows and accumulated bunch of information about what people think about Native Americans. And me being Native American, there's questions I want to get out, and I want to answer. One, we all live in teepees. Well, as you see, that's not true. Native Americans don't live in teepees. The only time that people do live in teepees is for like get-togethers for like ceremonies, maybe powwows. But the majority of Native Americans live in houses just like any other people. As you can see, this is my place right here on United Tribes campus. As you see, it's not a teepee. Fireplace, but so on and so on. Like I said, we don't live in teepees. We live in regular houses just like any other person, and just like everyone else. Well, anyway, second question. We're all environmentalists. As I can see, Native Americans are about the earth and stuff, culture and stuff like that, but about being an environmentalist, I think some part of it's true, some part of it's not, but I'm pretty sure most of the majority of the American people are environmentalists, because why would people make, hybrid cars, go green, it's not just Native Americans, it's everyone, most of the majority of everyone that are environmentalists also, like I said, Native Americans are just like any other human beings. Move on to third question. We all have Indian names. Well, I don't have an Indian name. I wish I did. It'd be an honor. That'd be really awesome for me to have an Indian name, but my last name is Killspotted, which is an Indian name, but which is an Indian name like Walks with the Water or something like that, All Indians don't have Indian names, There's Native Americans that I know that have a last name Smith, last name Johnson, most of the people now that do have Indian names they come back from the services, they fought in the war, and they get honored with an Indian name, which I think it's an honor. But all Native Americans don't have Indian names. Most of my friends don't have Indian names. I wish I had an Indian name, but I don't. So there it is. Like I said, bottom line, we're all just like you guys. We're all human beings, just like everyone else. Move on to the next question. We all hunt and eat nothing but meat. Okay, that's not true. We don't hunt. All Native Americans don't hunt. Most of the majority of Native Americans, we go to the grocery store, we shop for our food, we eat vegetables. Just like today, I went to the China Star and ate some lo mein and some stir fry with vegetables, and in my car, and it's not a res car, but anyways, we don't eat nothing but meat. Most of the majority, we're just like any other human being. We eat vegetables, we eat cereal, we eat just like any other human being. Okay. Another stereotypes. we all have res cars. That's not true. There's Native Americans that I know that have nice cars. Maybe I don't, but it's okay running cars. Um, I mean, all Native Americans, what people think about Native Americans, most of it's not true. It's just from he or she said BS. We're all nice people. We all dress like human beings. We're not dressed in robes, or how we talk is not, we don't say how, we talk just like anybody else. I talk just like how I would talk to you guys on this camera. Just like I said, like Flags of Our Fathers, that movie about how they portrayed Adam Beach as the Indian, what from the movie, like what I think was how they stereotyped him, or they treated him awkward because he was a Native American. He was a Navajo from the Better Water Clan or something, but he had a big part of that movie, and he had a big part of that war, which was talking code. At the time in World War II, they cracked everybody's language. There's people, Americans that knew Japanese, and Japanese people that knew English, so it was hard to talk on a radio in an open, how you say it, station. So it was easy to crack people's language. So Adam Beach, with his role, his role in the Flag of Our Fathers was a big role. Without him, I think the war would have been different, a lot different. But see, at the time, they were using Navajo people from the Bitter Water Clan or something like that. But see, he was a big part of that war. They were talking Navajo, giving each other vital information about where to bomb strikes, and the Japanese did not understand one bit of that, in which I'm proud to say that, congratulations. I feel good, I feel honored. Okay. And the second movie was The One Who Flew Out of the Cuckoo's Nest, about Jack Nicholson, and he was in a psychiatric ward, and he was kind of loony, and he met this Native American guy, Will Sampson, I believe it was, and he was a quiet Indian guy, which was kind of stereotypical, but, I guess him and Will Sampson, Jack Nicholson and Will Sampson, they were good friends at the end of the movie, and Will Sampson ended up talking and becoming a regular, normal human being. But see, that's how they portrayed the Native American, to be quiet, fierce, and so on and so on, all stereotypes. And the other movie, I couldn't get to it, and I was just like little bits of clips, but there's one thing about, there's kind of like, I've watched all kinds of documents about, or not documents, but little movie clips about, Native movies trying to use Native Americans, and one thing I caught on, I don't know my grandmother's Lakota language, but I know some, and I caught on to some of the dialect how they talk, some of their dialect. They use Lakota words, but in a woman version of how they say things, and there was like guys in their movies, clips of like them using Lakota language, but in a woman dialect, and it was funny. It was kind of hilarious. I don't want to mention any movies on camera, to degrade, controversy-wise, but there's some, and I don't know. I just see, I see how some America looks at Native Americans, but they just need to go down and find, for instance, Popular, Montana. Don't go over there. You're going to get stabbed. The natives will end up, I went there and there was nothing, what I mean? I went to the store, no stabbing, nothing. There were a lot of, nice people, so on and so on, But my main thing about this conversation is that Native Americans are just like anybody else. We live, we breathe the same air, we eat the same thing just like everyone else. And this is a subject for my favorite teacher, Brian Pelichek. All Native Americans are the same as everyone else. I mean, we're all created equal. And, yeah. Okay, well, it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm going to hit the hay. Got a class tomorrow, and this is my documentary about stereotyping of Native Americans, and this is my response. Well, thank you, and have a good night.